Today we are going to talk about the distributive property, and we are going to find the distributive property, use the distributive property using the area model. So by the end of class today, the goal is for you to be able to apply the distributive property to generate equivalent expressions. So that's really what we're going for here, is we are making equivalent expressions, expressions that are equivalent to each other written in two different ways. Okay, so to start, I want you to think about this like a multiplication chart. When you have a multiplication chart, you have numbers along the top and numbers along the side, and you come and meet in the middle, and that's what you're multiplying by, right? So in this case, I have 3 and 6, so I'm multiplying 3 times 6. And then over here, they meet in the middle, and I'm multiplying 3 times 8. Okay, so this is what the distributive property looks like numerically. Now, I need to write out what my expression is for this. Here, we are multiplying that 3 with both the 6 and the 8. So our factored form is what it's called, is having that 3 outside, and then it's being multiplied by both 6 and 8. Now, I do recognize that we can do this. We can evaluate this. We can simplify it, getting it down to one single value. We are going to move to more algebraic pieces of this. So we are breaking it down just by numbers so you can see that first. So your factored form is when the 3 is outside of the parentheses and it is being multiplied to 6 plus 8. Now your expanded form, we expand this out by saying 3 times 6 plus 3 times 8. Now we've distributed that 3 to both your 6 and your 8. We've distributed that 3 to both your 6 and your 8. So that's where we're going to stop for now. All I want to see is you figure out that area model, write your factored form and write your expanded form, and then stop for now. Let's take a look at what that means algebraically. So again, that A is being distributed. What does distributed mean? Think about if I distribute papers. I am handing out. I am sharing, distributing a birthday treat. I am handing out something. I am sharing something. So that A is getting handed out and going to both the A and the C, the B and the C. So first, I take my multiplication chart fingers, A times B. And then over here in this box, we have A times C. Okay, so my factored form with the A outside of my parentheses is A being multiplied with B and C. When I expand that out, having distributed the A, I have A times B plus A times C. Again, this is the expanded form, so this is where we are going to pause. Okay, so let's do a couple of examples here. I have, here is another area model. So once again, I'm going to put my parentheses around my top numbers, 2 and 11, 2 plus 11. The 5 is getting distributed. So that means 5 times 2 and 5 times 11. My factored form would be that 5 outside my parentheses before it gets distributed to 2 and 11. When I expand this out, I have 5 times 2 plus 5 times 11. Remember expanded form from years past when we've expanded out like a word form kind of a thing. So like if I had 213, expanding it out would be like 2 plus 10 plus 3. So that's what we're doing with this expression. These expressions have the same value. They are equivalent to each other. This is factored. This is expanded. All right, let's take a look at this one. I put my parentheses around the x and the 4. The 3 is being distributed. So I take 3 times x. Ooh, I was using purple there. 3 times x, and here is 3 times 4. What would my factored form be for this equation? Well, that 3 would be outside the parentheses with x plus 4 inside. Then that leaves me with my expanded form of 3 times x plus 3 times 4. All right, we've got 2 more examples here. Starting with this 5, and then up top we have x plus 11. What is being distributed here? What will be distributed? Well, the 5 gets distributed. It gets distributed to the x and the 11. So 5 times x here, and 5 times 11 here. My factored form is outside of the box, 5x plus 11. And my expanded form, what is my expanded form here? Well, I just take what's inside my boxes and add them together. This is as simple as I want to go right now. This is the expanded form. These are the same. They have the same value. Okay. One more together here. We've got 7 being distributed this time with my parentheses around those top pieces. Here I have 7 times the sum of 5x plus 4 as my factored form. My expanded form, what goes inside this first box? Well, 7 times 5x. What goes in my second box? 7 times 4. So my expanded form would be 7 times 5x plus 7 times 4. Now, these expressions are what? Awesome. These expressions are equivalent to each other.